We are back.
We are back. We took
And
a little
I
bit
think
of a break.
we're all well seasoned.
Well seasoned.
We're
We had
having-
some skinny popcorn, so our bellies are rumbling.
And not just that, but Sean says he hasn't eaten dinner, so that's not an empty belly. But
We're going to.
we're imbibing in more bourbon
Off the
tonight. We're imbibing in more bourbon tonight.
You did not eat dinner?
I had a few new potatoes.
Oh, God.
A few new potatoes.
I had 5. No, 4. Sorry.
So
Were
we're going
they
to hear
like
the
garlic
typical
butter
second
with
half
some thyme
Sean.
or anything?
Cayenne pepper,
Dill.
and some Celtic salt.
Celtic salt.
No, that's important. The Celtic
Well,
salt.
I read something interesting. I read some article that said the Himalayan salt
Yes.
is mainly coming out of either Iraq or Afghanistan now. And
Also?
it's a lot, and the way they're mining it, they're getting a lot of mercury
Yeah.
with
It-
it.
It's not. First of all, let's back up. It is. That is partially correct.
Mr. Producer,
So-
can you bring up a map of the Himalayan mountain
Yeah,
range?
but that's not what. See, they can get the same salt in the China's basically where it's coming from. So China is producing the salt, the Himalayan salt, the pink salt.
Correct.
And China is, and what they're saying
Maybe it
is
was
that when they
China.
pull up these ore that where the salt's coming from, it's got some mixture of other stuff in there, which includes mercury, which includes all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
The Afghanistanian salt is actually pretty solid. Pretty
All right,
straight.
let's look at the Himalayan mountain
through
range
here.
because I didn't know it went to Iraq.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so click on one of those.
Look at that. India.
Okay,
Wow.
so
So
we got-
Pakistan, it's north of India, where Nepal is
Nepal.
at, and Bhutan, which is south of China.
Oh,
So
no
it's that whole region
India
Yeah.
too.
where they're pulling
It's
stuff
huge.
out. So, but again, I'm going to go back. Look, I'm not going to throw stones at.
Shit, I had no idea that range was so
I'm
extensive.
not going to
either.
throw
Wow.
stones at the Himalayan salt because a lot of it is great.
Yeah, a lot of it's fine.
But I'm going to make recommendations to all our dudes like us listeners out there to abandon the NaCl, the sodium chloride
Table salt.
bleached table salt, because
With
that's
iodine.
exactly what it is.
With
It's
iodine.
iodized table salt. Don't eat that.
I don't
don't.
even know if I have that in my house. I haven't
Right,
had that.
right.
I haven't had that in my
Don't
house
have
for a
it.
decade.
Don't buy it. It's horrible for you. I recommend that you buy the Celtic salt. And the reason why I'm so strong on
That's from
Celtic salt,
seaweed.
well, the salt.
What is Celtic salt?
Celtic salt is a salt.
It's
that they-
heavily peated.
Yeah. It's smoked. It's smoked
And so
salt.
there's a laundry list of why iodized salt is so bad for you. Beneficial to your health if taken in moderation, but salt is generally fortified with iodine. And that is another big thing. So first of all, the Celtic salt comes with, your body exists with, 92 minerals? It's comprised of 92 minerals.
I don't know.
Sure.
And Celtic
Sounds
salt
good.
has,
I thought it was 91.
but Celtic salt has like
There
82
you go.
of the
Look at
92.
Celtic salt. I've never heard of Celtic salt.
No.
That's
I would recommend you get it.
crazy.
You buy a couple pounds of it. It might cost you. Seriously.
It
I mean,
tastes like
Costco has an
it tastes
80-pound
like
bag.
salt.
It does taste
Is
like
it
salt, and I
kinda
don't want to be
salty?
sarcastic with this, but it comes to you, and it's a little bit juicy. It's it's not.
It's kind of moist,
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
like wet sand.
Ugh.
No, it's. But hey, man, it is.
I've
what
got
it
some
is.
downstairs. Sean gave some to me because Julie gets migraines, and he said that the Celtic salt, the minerals in it, will help with migraines.
Well,
And did it?
the
Yeah,
deficiencies.
he gave us a little
Did-
baggie of it.
But did it work?
It did.
Really?
Yes.
So
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, that is a huge statement to announce right here on the podcast.
yeah.
Breaking
Well,
news.
No, I'm being serious. There are people
Breaking news.
that are frantic, they're panicked to try to figure out what to do about migraines. It's a difficult thing to deal with.
what
Yeah.
what the and look,
Celtic-
I'm not the authority on any of this shit, but I will share with you collectively with a bunch of these memes that everybody watches. I mean, I listened to a Barbara O'Neill.
Ruth
there's
Bader.
another.
No, Barbara O'Neill. That's
Yeah,
right.
Barbara O'Neill. This is some other dude, but
Old
they were
hippie.
talking about how 95% of the people out there that have migraines it is a simple case of dehydration, and a way to get over that is to take not just salt, because salt is stripped down to the bare minimum. Salt is all it is. It's just for taste. It does nothing good for you. In fact,
Barbara
it does
O'Neill.
worse for you.
It's preserving meat.
The Celtic salt is
Or
the stuff that
pickling.
provides your body with minerals. And it also it allows. Okay, so the science of it is, I'm starting to get these flashbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the salt? You have the membrane of the cell. All right.
The mitochondria.
I don't think that's what it's called, but
I think it's the nuclei.
but when you take the salt, what it does is that it allows the fluid or the water to get into the cell, as opposed to staying on the outside of the cell.
They call it cellular viscosity.
Is that the ATP?
It's the ATP.
Yeah, maybe. No,
Yeah,
it's
you
a
know
CT,
me.
It's just like the cellular.
So much science on this show.
Yeah,
Yes.
just stop. Just
We
stop.
are we are
Sounds
experts.
so. Yeah,
Can we
exactly.
go
You
back
like
to
you get
let's
so much
talk about
bourbon shit
bidets.
wrong, but we got this science nailed.
Let's talk about blasting,
I'm the authority
blasting
on this.
shit
No,
off
no,
the
no.
rectum and bidets.
I mean,
That's what we're really good at.
shoot
We
the
need-
flaking Celtic salt
See,
off
there
my
you go.
anus.
We the authority
Right there.
of nothing.
But where is it? Why is it Celtic
The
salt?
authority
What
of
does that
nothing.
mean?
On nothing. Okay.
Is it for the cliffs of Dover?
Yeah. What does Celtic salt mean? Is
Like
it-
Eric Johnson?
What is?
The
How many people got that?
I didn't get it. No, I didn't
No.
get it. What's Eric Johnson?
He's
Eric Johnson's a
guitarist.
guitarist.
He's a
He had an
guitarist.
album called The Cliffs of Dover.
No one would know that. No
I
one would
did.
know that. That would.
I did.
Is that a Trivial Pursuit Pink Slice?
You would probably recognize. the
yeah,
song.
you would know that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Eric Johnson and Joe Satriani, and there's a list. All right, so what is the Celtic salt is derived from the evaporated ocean water, and as Jeff likes to say, it's a white or creamy colored.
It's a substance similar in texture to pink Himalayan salt. So, pink Himalayan salt is also crusty, creamy.
Right. I'm gonna
Where
go get
Himalayan
it.
salt
Yeah, but you
comes
gotta-
from Himalayas, Peru, or
but you-
Australia.
You got
What's up with
well,
that?
it's ocean water. Is
That's Himalayan salt.
yeah. Well, it is
Whoa,
a cool
that
name.
is jacked up. You're right. It says Himalayan salt comes from rock veins in the Himalayas, Peru, or Australia.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure the Himalayas don't extend down to Australia. So that is a very loosely
Yeah.
termed
Yeah,
salt.
I think so.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Well, where does Celtic salt come from?
Well, there are many benefits to consuming the Celtic salts because sea salt has numerous minerals, as we said, and nutrients because ocean water is full of life.
Full of life.
So, what are you saying? Where does it come from? They just take salt
It's-
water and evaporate.
Yeah, it's evaporated
I mean, it's not
seawater.
rocket science. So,
but it's not coming from Ireland.
they call it Celtic salt, so maybe it's taken off the shores of
No,
Ireland.
No, 100% not. It's taken off the shores of.
they have the Celtic salt. It's coming
Right
off
off
the
of-
coast of Ireland.
It's right off of-
there,
right off of New
Laddie,
Orleans.
it's right there.
That's why you got it right.
Yeah. There you go.
Initially.
Yeah.
There's a sec. That's
Look at
not
that.
cocaine,
There's
Kevin.
Celtic
so chill
salt.
out. All right. It's
It's a bag of seawater from the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
This looks like Himalayan salt.
I spermed in that.
Touching
You could taste it, but it tastes like salt.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Wow, that's really deep.
Yeah.
So the Celtic salt's a little bit darker. It's not iodized salt, so
It's
it's not
kinda-
white,
it's kinda
but
gray.
it's kind of gray. And look,
It's not moist. You made it sound like
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
you're
not
out.
moist.
It's
You're
not
touching
that
a
moist.
plastic bag. You
No,
dumb.
look, it's
I know,
shit.
but
No.
I can tell. I
Yeah.
can tell.
no,
It's
when he
not
first
moist.
when he first gave it to me,
Nothing's sticking together. It's not moist. I can tell. I'm a scientist, for God's sake.
like your scrotum to thigh.
That's exactly right. When it sticks, it's like.
Oh, we're off the fucking.
Yeah, we need to
All right.
reset.
Well, it's. Did
All
we
right,
do our introduction already?
Start the music
No.
over.
Did we do dudes like us? I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Kevin.
There ain't Kevin. There he's just kind of coming in out of the blue.
All right.
Shows up with an Anaheim fucking pullover on. What the fuck?
Nice.
What about kosher salt? I use a lot of kosher salt. How's
Kosher?
that? How's that different? You know the kosher salt?
Yeah,
You
the
blessed.
big-
the big grains.
big
yeah.
crystals.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
Oh, yeah.
crystals.
Well, I thought kosher salt was simply
That's
blessed.
it's a K.
Well, I think it has to be.
Well, it
just-
is. That's
I
part
just-
of it.
I just recently
Look at that. See?
was
Parvo.
enlightened by that.
Is it really
Like,
kosher?
I said, what is a kosher? What's kosher? Like what?
Kosher is these
Kosher-
guys that are like, I'm paraphrasing.
They're from Star Wars.
It's treated a certain way,
It's
and
tantalizing.
it's blessed over. Like kosher food has to
Right.
follow a certain procedure,
It's like,
and
like
Purely processed, purely
then it's
something.
then it's
Like
also
the
blessed
cows have
over
to
by
be
a rabbi.
humane when they're gonna
blessed by a
slaughter.
rabbi.
Over yes. So
what's
there
what's
has to
what's
be
a
rabbi
Muslim?
blessed
What's a
over.
Muslim equivalent? It's the
Halal?
halal. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot. Actually, a lot
Kosher
of
foods are foods
halal
that
places.
conform to the Jewish dietary regulation of kashrut, which means dietary laws. Laws of kashrut apply to
See?
food derived from living creatures, and kosher foods are restricted to certain types of mammals, birds, and fish, meaning specific criteria.
How about salt?
Himalayan salt only.
Grains,
Oh.
herbs, and spices are intrinsically kosher, although certain produce grown in the land of Israel is subject to other requirements such as tithing before it may be
You
consumed.
take tithing?
Isn't that what that says? Such as tithing?
I
Where-
thought this
where-
give
where-
money
where
to
are
the
you seeing that?
to the Mormons.
Right there. Right?
Tithing.
It is. It says tithing.
I thought
The
it,
tithe specifically mentioned the books of
tithing's
Leviticus.
given
Oh,
money.
okay. The tithe system
Leviticus.
was organized in the seven-year cycle.
Oh, this is getting too
The
fucking.
show gets deep. Yeah.
Church and
All right,
Bitter
all right,
cycle
let's
in
move
which
on.
you're
All right. So,
tithed.
anyways, I highly recommend
Went
Celtic
down the
salt. It's
rabbit hole.
like the bidet.
It's very complex.
Like the
It's
CPAP
very
machine,
complex.
it's I would get rid of all
See?
the salt in your house, and I would just
Yeah.
buy the Celtic salt. It's a little bit
Kinda
more
the same
pricey,
thing.
but it's going to have long-term benefits on you.
So we used to buy the hot dogs that were kosher hot dogs.
Right.
From the Costco,
I don't remember where they were from, but now I'm imagining
the penis
Hebrew
shaped
National.
ones?
Yeah,
Hebrew
National,
right.
exactly. So now I'm imagining. You know how when they say if you ever watch a hot dog being made, you'll never eat hot dogs again.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now I'm imagining this rabbi standing in a meat processing center, going, "Oh,
I think they have to
Oh, there's like a group of them.
lead
They
it
chant.
correctly or something. Yeah.
and they bless all the hot dogs that are being created there."
No, you know what I think? I
all
think it's
beef.
like
It's gonna be all
it's like
beef.
these Indian.
Well, scroll down a little bit.
Priests that come from India, and they come here to Dallas, like Lebanon Street, and where they have that community where all the Indians live,
Yeah.
and they come out here and they bless the land.
Well,
So
they did that for Richwoods. And,
Yeah, well,
and
that's what I'm getting at. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that to make it kosher, somebody came over here and they blessed the facility in which they facilitate whatever product that is.
Correct.
And moving forward,
It's
it's been
blessed.
hey, look, I'm an orifice that's been blessed, so anything I shoot out is gonna just roll with it.
Yeah.
I think
orifice.
the Jewish
They have
community.
to. It has to be
Jewish community's
certified.
gonna.
See, provide
contest
a
that a little bit?
certification called.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
It's
I'm
a
thinking so.
certification called.
There's a little bit more to it,
Hesher, to verify for kosher food consumers that it has been produced in accordance with Jewish law.
Yeah, which is not extreme, but it's it's Leviticus and Deuteronomy. No, I'm serious. If you've ever read those books, I did.
Is that Old Testament?
It is Old Testament.
Old,
and
Old
it's-
Testament's hardcore.
Oh,
man.
it's
hardcore.
Well, and those in particularly are really
Yeah.
hard to read. You talk
Yeah.
about very, very detailed, strict rules. I was like, okay, I'm just going to fast forward because none of this is none of this applies to today's,
Right.
but it does in Jewish culture, right? And
Yeah.
and God
Well,
bless them. So
Yeah, Yeah.
anyway, so okay, wow, we
We touched on kosher
we're
food.
we're,
Wow.
we're all over the.
That was not on the,
hold
that
on.
was not on
I'm
the
gonna,
topic
I'm gonna
list.
reel you guys in.
we're
'cause
very learned.
We've got a topic we were trying to discuss in the first half, and because we've got a couple of the Congress folks. One of them got fired, a Republican Santos.
Well, he got expelled,
He got expelled.
essentially fired.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he
I mean,
got
that's,
let go.
by
I
the
don't know
way,
how-
this is really hard to do.
I don't know how I feel about this because it's kind of subverting the will of the voter, in my eyes. They voted him in.
yeah,
Granted,
but
granted,
you
it
can't
was
steal
kind of
He was
on
fraudulent.
false terms.
Yeah.
Totally.
But you're still opening the door for this to happen again.
And look, I quasi agree with this, because everyone's doing it, because that's what they're doing. Essentially, they're all taking fucking backdoor bribes.
Oh, they all
They're just
are.
not getting busted,
Right.
And he got busted.
No,
in
no.
the conversation.
Well, he
George Santos?
No. Santos was
It was
just a
a bribe.
moron.
Oh, he
he
lied.
lied.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
lied
yeah,
on
he
his.
lied. Big time.
That's right. That's right. I
Yeah, he
misspoke.
was just an all-around, full-blooded moron. No,
Yeah.
you're talking about Mendez.
Now Menendez
Yeah, that
is
guy.
extremely
Right.
the
Dude,
gold
he's
bars.
shady.
Well, he got busted with. They found gold bars. So the gold bars featured in Senator Bob Menendez bribery cases are linked to 2013 robbery.
Yeah, they are
That's awesome.
they are customized gold bars that have serial
Four.
numbers on them.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they serialized gold bars.
Oh, yeah.
4 gold bars connected to the FBI.
Why would you
search.
just melt them off, though? It's pretty easy to do, right? It's gold.
Well, look, if he acquired them and didn't know they were stolen, I mean, ignorance is no excuse for the
That's
law.
what he's going to use.
Right,
He's like,
right,
well, I
right.
didn't know. I just bought them.
Well,
Right,
I mean, hold
right.
on, Kevin, walk us through that. When you steal your gold
Right.
and you melt off the serial numbers,
My gold.
Yeah,
My
what is-
gold bars, I always burn off the serial numbers.
Okay.
Just in case.
Just like,
Just
just
in
like our
case.
guns,
All
right?
right, but
walk
let's.
us through the best way
But
to
look,
do that.
let's put this in perspective. When the
gold.
police went in there, what they found,
Easy to burn off.
they found $500,000 in cash
Oh my god!
and 22 gold bars.
Wow.
How many of them were serialized? Just 4?
I'm sure they all were.
I know, but were they found to be in a robbery? That's unbelievable. That is red-handed shit, man.
So 22 bars. How much is a bar of gold worth?
2,000. Well, no, 2,000 an ounce right now.
Well, I know, but a bar is
I know.
more than an ounce.
Well, I know, 2,000.
How much is a bar of gold worth?
Probably 10 ounces, right?
No, it's pretty heavy, right?
Are
You ever
those
watch
10-ounce
Gold
bars?
Rush? You ever watch that show Gold Rush?
Yeah.
They have that. That's gold's
no,
pretty
well-
dense, right? That's
well,
got to
hold
be
on.
like a pound.
Well,
2
hold on.
pounds?
There's
don't
lots of different sizes of
Well,
gold
I'm
bars.
sure there's a standard.
Well,
look, there you go. I'm
100
sure-
ounce is there you go.
$200,000.
I wish there's some way we know how much a gold bar is worth.
Well, it depends on what size of the gold bar.
Well, and there's all sorts of different sizes of gold bars.
Well,
right?
let's
I mean,
let's
I
just
think-
say he
I think
had
it's a standard. I'm
Well-
pretty sure gold bars is standard.
I would
right?
imagine 10
1,000
ounces.
grams. How
bought-
much is 1,000 grams?
You guys bought the whiskey gold.
1,000
bar.
grams is $63,277.
So 22 times
Oh.
64,000
Damn.
is what?
Oh, the gold bar is 63.
Well,
yeah,
it
look at
can't
that.
be. It can't be a 1,000-gram gold bar.
Why not?
It's a kilogram. It's only.
Well, the
two-
ones they showed in the pictures were not that big. No, they were like
Gold's heavy.
Well, a pound
I know,
of,
but
a
the ones
pound
in
of
the
gold
pictures
bar
were
is,
not
is,
that.
is under 30,000.
Is that what he said?
That's what I'm looking at. A pound of gold bar, a 1 pound gold bar, $28,702.
Yeah,
I'm thinking they
so-
were 5-ounce bars, to be honest. No, I'm being serious.
No,
when you look at
no.
the picture
Yeah, they're
and you look
small.
at the size of the
Well,
of
what are you saying? They're
the
like
serial number, yeah, they were just like this big.
little
That's
granola
more
bar
than-
size.
That's
Yeah, seriously.
That's probably a pound.
I thought there was a stand. I have no idea.
That's
I don't know
it's
either.
heavy.
You'd
Gold
think
is
there'd be a
heavy.
standard, but I guess not.
I don't know.
Here we are. We're
Who knows?
experts.
It's just gold, right?
4 bars of solid gold
Now go down. Gold.
in addition
In
to the
search,
gold.
they were valued at more than $100,000 at the time.
All of them
So that's
together.
4 of them.
Okay, so 25 grand a piece.
But it says there's 22 of them.
Who keeps $500,000 in cash at their home?
Oh well, I
That's
mean, I do.
crazy.
Well, I
He
shouldn't
tried
have
to
said
explain that because he's Cuban.
Crazy.
that. No. What I do, I always take like a portion of my salary in cash
Every week.
every
Yeah,
2 weeks.
That's what I
Yeah.
negotiated with my
You just
company.
leave-
I got a
need
sock
half
drawer.
in gold bars.
Keeping
Yep.
your safe.
I do a lot of it in pennies and nickels too.
Yeah, well, mostly in pennies and
That's
nickels.
smart because
Yeah.
rats can't eat that.
The second floor of the
It
far
is smart.
bedroom is like the
It is smart, Kevin.
is like it's caving down because of the weight of all those nickels and pennies.
That always makes me think of in Israel, there was a guy that stashed cash in his mattress. Like stuffed his mattress with cash. And his kids surprised him with a new mattress. Yep. And they
I'd
went
be
to the
pissed.
landfill looking for the mattress stuffed with cash.
Couldn't find it.
Didn't find it.
You know, I've seen the
Unbelievable.
question
right?
of would you take $2 million just outright, or would you take 2 times a penny every day for a month?
Two
No,
times what?
You
Two
take
times-
that, right? Because it doubles.
So right.
yeah,
so the first day
the
you get 1
doubling.
penny, the second day you get 2 pennies, the third day you
Yeah.
get 4 pennies, 8, 16.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're talking about mathlete kind of stuff.
Correct.
For
so
a month, it's crazy.
So do you
It's
do you
crazy.
say
But where are you going to put all these pennies?
do you say do
shitload
I
of
take
pennies,
those
bro.
2 million, or what is 30 days worth of pennies going to be worth? Basically,
Yeah,
what do you think
it's-
that's going to be worth?
800 pennies.
There's
Am I
no,
close?
it's
Am I-
a
am
shit
I
ton
close?
of money.
No,
Am I close?
No.
it's a huge amount.
It's a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where are you going to put the pennies?
It doesn't matter. You go to the bank with a big bag. And
Then
say,
you got to buy
cash it out.
a $300,000 dump truck.
No, it's all theoretical. You're not actually getting pennies.
Well, did you hear about the guy that got into a lawsuit with the auto mechanic, and the auto mechanic, and he wanted a refund?
No. I apologize. I want to stop right now. I am trying to calculate this, and I'm trying to figure out is it 0.01 to the exponent of 30 because it's 30 days?
Well, you're multiplying by 2 every single day.
It's compounded with interest.
No interest, but
So it's
compounded.
so it's 0.01 times 2 with an exponent of 30.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know the
Not
math.
1
Oh my
plus
God.
2.
Why are we doing this?
It's 1 because you have 0.01 times 2 in parentheses with an exponent of 30.
That's right. Exponentials.
Yeah, but your alpha brain already wore off, dude. So don't worry about. Yeah, don't
So
worry about
so try to get the math. I mean, you should be able to Google it. It's a common
It's
question.
a known thing. Yeah.
It's a known thing that you take the pennies.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's crazy.
So listen to this. This guy got into a major disagreement with his auto mechanic and demanded
Regarding
a
what?
refund. And they went back and forth. Oh, well, probably
Regarding
like
what?
Well, I mean, he probably was like, complaining about the fact that he fixed it and he said he was going to fix it, but he didn't fix it, and he sued him, and he won, and the car mechanic had a truck back up to his driveway and dumped a mound of pennies as his payment. And look it up. Car mechanic penny
How long ago was this?
lawsuit. And
I want to know where they procure all these pennies.
yes, and he sued him for doing this, and he won for that too, I think. Here we go. U.S. sues shop owner who dumped 91,000 pennies on ex-worker's driveway. Oh, okay. It was a.
I saw that. I saw
It was
the
an
picture. I
yeah.
think I
It was
saw a
an
picture of it.
employee
I think I saw a picture of that.
dispute. Yeah. Oh, and so the labor department got involved. Oil-covered pennies.
wheelbarrow.
Oh, listen to that. Oil-covered pennies, and not just pennies.
Oh, so he's shooting like oil wads on there?
Sticky mess. It took nearly 7 hours to clean up. Like that is kind of a total Elon Musk kind of fuck you kind of.
Yeah, what kind of oil, though, you think they used?
I think it was probably olive oil, but in one of those light colored
Not
bottles.
extra virgin, just light olive oil.
Yeah,
A lightly
yeah.
squirted
not extra
one.
Yeah,
virgin.
which means it probably spoiled and became rancid.
Right.
It's very rancid.
All right. Anyway,
All right, so that comes out to 5.36 million.
we are
Yes.
Let's say 15, though.
We're still talking about pennies.
Yes.
No,
Do
no.
So
you
if you ever
know-
get that
I
offer,
like that.
I'm
I
going
like
to tell.
that.
I-
choose the
No,
pennies.
I will.
Like,
No,
choose
I
the
ha-
pennies. Right.
I have several times, and I've declined the pennies every time,
Your
and I'm
phone is
kicking myself
heavier.
now.
See, you only took the $2 million.
I'm so stupid.
Stupid.
But I took it. I took the 2 million 10 times.
Yeah. So
So
you could have had so much more.
I'm going to tell another story. When I lived in Buenos Aires, when
Oh.
I lived in Buenos Aires
You
as
were
a
inside
second
who?
grader, second and third grader.
See, Paul's been all over the country,
All
all
over.
over the world, right?
I have.
That's what I got from the podcast.
Yes, I
Paul's
am.
He's
a
all
world
over the
traveler.
world.
I'm
He
the
is a
world
world
traveler.
traveler.
I am a world traveler.
Yeah.
Anyway, when
At least
we,
3 places.
when we were there,
including Houston.
Thailand.
oh, you know what? The most foreign country was Houston. Of all the places I grew
I
up,
believe it.
I shit you not.
Houston.
I'm being dead serious. That was the most
Armpit.
foreign country I grew up in. Anyway, so
Houston's a city.
I
It's
was
not a country.
whatever.
Dumbass.
Oh my god, I'm gonna beat the shit.
Where'd
out
you
of
go to
both.
school?
This is gonna be the first
you go to
podcast
Indonesia
where we
for
get into
school?
a
Yeah,
physical
right.
altercation.
Only white guy.
Anyway, I lived in Buenos Aires, and hyperinflation hit, where their value of the peso just dropped, and so we're leaving.
I remember that. That was
Crazy.
That was 1978. That was when the
Yeah.
Deutschmark.
That you may be right.
I think it was right around there. That's when the Deutschmark.
It was at the tail end.
hit
Yes.
two mark 50
He's
pfennig
not
per
lying.
dollar.
It was the tail end of when I lived there. Anyway, and check this. We were leaving our house to walk to school. We walked to school every day, and there was a mound of coins dumped, dumped on the trees. And I was like, oh my God, look at all this money. And it was a protest by people who were pissed off that just dumped all their coins, now worth
Worth
$1,000.
nothing.
I think it was worth $1,000. A thousandth.
Suffering and fucking
Hey.
taff.
It was a thousandth of a penny. Seriously, imagine that. Overnight,
So it would take 1,000 of these to make 1 cent.
1 penny. And so they just dumped them in the streets as a protest.
Well, yeah, they're worthless at that point.
Yes.
Right.
Well, they make
But
good art.
I scooped them up. I was like, oh my God. I got
I got
all this
like
money.
2 cents.
I have all this money. And it was falling through my fingers, and I was like, I can't carry it all.
Did you wear a couple of pasties?
Pasties? Did you say pasties?
Coins on the nips.
What the? I did, yes. How did you know that?
Just lick them and stick them on there.
Oh, they stuck right on. Wow. This got dark.
It is interesting though, because I on the flip side of that, I remember living in Germany at that same time, and the Deutschmark went up
World
from
travelers.
two mark 50.
He's
Pfennig
trying to one
per-
up me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he
I'm
is.
trying to
Yeah,
compare.
Deutschmark.
Yeah.
Look,
Deutschmark.
what I'm saying is that
I was
the
just a peso.
experience of going to like we would go to
Pathetic
the
peso.
swimming pool and we go to the cafeteria that they had there, the little mart there, and I could show up with $1, and imagine $1 gets gets 2.5 times the amount of whatever currency they have there.
Yeah, it's
Right.
George Washington.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I was getting. It was exact. I'll have 2 of those, 3 of those, 5 of those. Him like American dollar. They'd be like, "Oh, that's awesome."
And then the girls are kind of like, I'll have you as well.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
What was he, 10?
Well,
Yeah, I think I was 9.
You're
8, maybe.
your army kid.
Of age.
Your army kid.
Yep.
In Germany, yes, of age, isn't it?
In Germany,
No
like
age
anything.
limit.
You'd have
You know,
wine.
Germany's
No
got
age
quite the
limit.
interesting
Anything goes. No age
culture.
limit. No,
I
no
mean,
age
just-
limit when you are that age.
Well, I mean, if you can reach the bar, you can drink wine in Germany. I know
There you
that.
go. See,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Wine or schnapps, and also on the TV, the
Schnapps.
commercials they have, they show boobies.
Ooh.
seriously, with all his George Washingtons, he was running the red light district.
That's what I mean.
You had your own. I guarantee. it.
Hey.
Yeah, you on the military compound.
He was a pimp with the big.
Absolutely.
big
I was like, hey,
fur
Beata,
coat.
get
And
over
you're
here.
like,
Get your
let
ass
it
a little
rain,
higher.
baby,
You
let
need
it
to produce
rain.
more. You only produced 10 tricks last night. Come on.
Yeah, I got some George Washingtons here.
Used to 15.
Jeez.
It is off the fucking the rails. So
yeah.
the Senator Bob Menendez, they're gonna
He's going to
probably
jail.
expel him too.
Well, I tell you what, I give credit to Fetterman. If you saw, he was actually on The View.
You know what?
He
You
made sense.
nailed it.
Yes.
I was shocked. I was like,
Yeah,
was
I
that
thought-
a complete sentence?
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought he was like completely could not do that.
Well, apparently he's getting better. At least,
Well, that's-
I don't know, but
that's good.
that
Maybe he needs to subscribe the same shit he's taken and give it to Biden, so Biden can complete some complete
Right.
sentences.
well, he had a stroke,
I
so
think you need it right now.
Oh my god!
well, he had a
I need another
stroke, so
alpha brain.
you can recover from those things. And he made I hate giving him credit, but he made an excellent point. It's like if you want to expel him for what he did,
How do you-
Menendez is 10 times worse
and
than
a
what
Dem-
Santos
and
did,
a Democrat.
and a Democrat.
You got to give him credit for that.
yeah,
A
that's what I
Democrat
mean.
attacking a Democrat, and I'm not just saying that. Republican attacking a Republican. There's right and wrong, guys.
Right.
And,
I mean, nobody.
I'm really happy people are embracing that. I'm happy he embraced that.
Me too.
and,
Right.
and shared it.
Me too.
There's crazy shit going on. I think we spoke a little bit about the first half, the Congress, the Title IX. There's just crazy shit going on right now.
Yeah.
It's insane. The fact that people are still getting arrested over the January 6th stuff is absurd.
It reeks of political persecution.
Correct.
It
someone
reeks of it.
Was is in jail right now.
Are
you kidding me?
January 6th?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's.
And what did they do?
But
He
they
was
just
there. He was.
Okay, there, but
well, no, they had. No, I mean he.
they had video of him
he's been there
breaking
for
shit.
6 years. Yeah. He's. No, they had video of him doing stuff,
Like,
Wow, really?
like
Yeah.
banging a sheep? Like,
Wow.
what was he doing?
doing stuff with the cops and
Like
throwing firecrackers and
Oh,
whatnot.
come on.
Well,
really?
then there's that.
Well,
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was there. He was working with us for a while. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say
he-
any.
Was he
Was
like
he-
an Antifa kind of style? looking
No,
guy?
was he an FBI informant?
Was he
was
like,
not.
"Fuck Trump"?
He was a Trump guy.
Oh, he was a
Yeah.
Trumpian.
Yeah.
So he was just.
That's too
He
bad.
was, in other words, he was. Let's be honest. There are Trump supporters who are radicalized, and we're
Crazy.
and we're radicalized
Yeah.
during that event. Now you
Well-
can blame Trump all you want, which is bullshit in my opinion. He was simply saying, "Let's go over there and let's protest peacefully." And I think it was instigated. I think there was.
Hold on. I am detecting
Yeah.
something over from the corner.
What? I'm not a Trump guy, so that's fine.
Well, that's okay,
fine.
but
Yeah.
walk us through why you're not.
Really.
Actually,
Really?
no, I would be more interested in hearing what you are, as opposed to what you're not.
I was a Republican. I was a Reagan Republican back in the day,
Okay.
but it changed.
What changed?
things change. I don't know. I voted
Life
for Ross.
changed.
Remember Ross Perot?
Yep.
I voted for Ross
I-
Perot.
remember
I
Ross.
voted
for
Ross Perot.
See,
I voted for him.
But
I'm the reason George Bush
Trump-
lost.
you guys, Trump. Now Trump is a major league douchebag, right?
Oh
Yes.
All right.
Admitted.
See,
We agree.
all right.
Yeah.
We-
However, douchebags run a tight business.
No. Hold on. You
No,
have the,
he's
you
been,
have the
how
floor.
many times has he been bankrupt? Come on, he's not a tight business. He's bankrupted casinos. Which, how do you bankrupt a casino? It's very hard to do, right?
He borrowed against it.
Well, hold on. What are
No,
you though?
I'm a small L libertarian. I think.
Libertarian.
I think
I
I'm a
love
small
that.
L libertarian.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong. So who's your
Right.
candidate though?
I don't have a candidate.
That's what I mean.
All
That's-
politicians are fucked, right? Because
Yep.
if you're going to be a politician, you have to.
But if
have
you're
to-
going to vote, and
You
you're
got
going
to
to
toe
want
the line.
if you want to put your foot down,
I don't know.
Where's it
well,
going to be?
see, I have to vote against Trump. Bottom line, I have to go vote against Trump.
So you would,
Doesn't matter.
as a small,
That's painful.
Yeah,
as a
I know.
small libertarian, you're going to go
Because I
Democrat.
think Trump's a. No, I have to vote against Trump.
Which
He's
is
not
Democrat.
saying he's
'Cause
voting.
he's-
For, no, there's other candidates out there.
Yeah, but
There's going to be
Oh,
a
I
liber-
got- I got
There's
you,
going
I
to be
got
a
you.
libertarian
Well,
candidate.
gotta
Okay,
vote
okay.
where my vote
Okay,
matters.
time out.
Yeah.
In the primary, of
Let's
course,
take Trump
you're going to
out.
vote. You're going to vote something opposite of Trump in the primary.
Well, it doesn't
But-
matter. Trump's going to be the Republican.
Of course he is.
Republican- Right,
so
right.
what are you voting in the presidential election?
I'll have to vote for the
The
Democratic
third party,
candidate.
some third
Nah,
party,
I might vote third party. I
like
might vote third
Robert
party.
F. Kennedy Jr. No, I'm
Maybe.
You know, I find it interesting.
Maybe.
And
It's not
I
crazy.
really, it's not crazy. I don't know if the word's enthralled. I
Right.
really want to know I know he's a jackass, but at the
Total.
end of the day, we all
He's a
have to-
horrible person.
Okay,
I
but
think
you
he's a horrible
say
person.
that, but
No, I know it. I know you know it, right? Come on, he's a arrogant, narcissist, smarmy bastard, right?
they
Yeah.
all politicians
I agree.
are.
I agree with
He's
that.
a pathological liar. He's a misogynist. All things said and done, he cheats at golf. He's a golf cheat. And that bottom line, he's a
That's
golf
it.
cheat.
It's
That
over.
right there.
Right.
did it.
Yep.
Yeah,
cannot-
I cheat at golf too.
I'm voting for Hillary.
So
I don't even keep score at golf. I have so
I
many.
look at
That's
I
Poli-
haven't.
That's
I haven't.
fine, but
I've never kept
Yeah,
score.
I look at policy over. Yeah, Trump is an asshole,
Total.
Yeah, I'm with
but his
that, Jeff.
policies
And it makes me mad.
make sense.
Right.
I
Because
wish he wouldn't run.
his platform and his policy is good for America, but he's such a fucking asshole. And it
And you know what?
and
He
it
doesn't
ruins
drink.
it.
He doesn't drink. You trust a guy that doesn't drink?
You're
Do you
right.
trust a guy that doesn't drink?
He
Bottom
doesn't.
line.
Yeah, he doesn't drink.
Right.
What a dick.
There you go. There you go. Very good.
Well,
But-
I agree with you on a lot of that stuff,
Right.
but I still think of all the candidates out there, I'm not going to vote with my emotion
Right.
because I dislike a person. I want the guy that's going to do the best job. I
No,
want the
I-
best
yeah, I
applicant
agree.
for the job.
And
and
see,
I think Trump is
Biden,
that guy.
Biden is such a zero.
A zero.
It's so hard to vote for Biden, but
So who is better for the country?
there's no one better for the country.
I think
no
Trump is better. Best
Well,
for the
somebody's got to
country
be
right
better
now.
for the
Our
country.
politics
They can't
have
all
evolved.
be the same.
Our politics have evolved so left and right.
Yeah,
The extremes
has.
have taken over. Right?
Agreed.
Well,
Agreed with that.
That's why I'm
And
so
so-
happy with this woke.
But
program
who
being
is better
shut
for the
down.
country? Who?
I don't know.
Well, that's
one.
something.
No one.
That's something he's got to
You know?
figure out.
Yeah, it's a game
Right.
show now.
Yeah, it is.
The
It-
Rock. I'd vote
Oh,
for if
God.
The Rock ran. I'd vote for him right now, because he's nothing. I just it's crazy.
But
it's crazy.
I think you nailed it. It's like
Yeah.
no one.
Right.
No one who has a horse in
Right.
the race feels like anything's good for the country.
Right. I
There's
think
nobody that unites this country.
if you're going to be a
No.
politician, you've already sold out.
That's
what I
right.
think, right.
Forever.
Right.
There's nobody that
Yeah.
can unite this country. Really.
Yeah,
Right.
it's tough.
How depressing.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is
tough.
depressing, right? It's
So
depressing. It's
who would
depressing.
be your savior at this point?
There's no savior.
There is.
Well,
no
I mean,
savior.
well, let's put who we have on the
There's
table
nobody-
right now. You have Sarah Huckabee, that's not running. You have
Right.
you've got Jim Jordan, that's not running.
Right.
What about Greta
You've got-
Thunberg?
No,
Nice.
shut the face.
Fucking, who's that big fat guy?
Chris
Chris
Christie?
Christie.
No.
No.
He's a
Oh my
piece of
God.
shit.
No.
Oh my God! I would
He's-
skewer him.
It's fine.
I'd put him over
I-
a spit and eat him
He's
before I
better
voted
than
for him.
anyone. He's better than Trump. That's all I'm saying.
No way.
he
No way.
is.
I disagree on that.
He's-
deal.
He's just as dirty. He's New Jersey
He's
guy.
so
Oh,
dirty.
yeah. But
He's
so
a New
dirty.
Jersey guy.
That guy
He's
shut
fine.
down a
A freeway.
road
A bridge.
so that he could
No, he was.
He
it
could
was,
win an election to shut off the
No,
voting
no,
booths.
no, 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 no. It was payback for the people that did not vote for him or something like that.
He shut a whole bridge down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he was angry at whoever it was that did something bad to him.
Correct.
And
He's
so he was
petty.
like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do some construction on this bridge today. How about that? It was something like that.
Yes.
It was something
Yeah.
like that.
But I thought it was to
very
hinder
union
voting.
boss, very union boss payback kind of bullshit.
Yeah, but it was to hinder votes so they couldn't get to the voting booths.
don't
That's
think
not
so.
what I remember.
I don't remember that.
I think that's what it was.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him. He's a slimy piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, regardless, so
They're all slimy
Christie,
pieces
They
of
are.
They are,
Chris
right?
Christie, is that his name?
Yes.
Chris Christie.
Chris Christie.
So yeah, he's a butt nugget. I mean, look, we got Nikki Haley, and
Yeah.
she's just another
Yeah.
Dick.
There's no good candidate.
what's his
There's
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney. Yeah.
You know, and yeah. So I mean, Kerry, I can't think
I
of
know.
anyone solid. I mean, really,
Right.
Jim Jordan at this point is really the only one I
he
have.
can't even win the speakership.
Well, he doesn't
Yeah.
want the speakership.
What about Vivek?
Vivek.
I'm
that's-
scared of him.
Interesting.
I'm
But-
scared of him, but I
Yeah.
like
I'm
him.
scared of him too. He's a cannon, a loose cannon, man. He has no idea what he's talking about sometimes.
Yeah, I think he just kind of
There's no way he could win.
No.
No way.
Well,
He
No
doesn't
way.
have the name.
he's a huge. Well, first of all, he's a huge proponent for Trump. How do you feel about that?
Well, he's
Actually, hold on. That's not true. Well, he's a huge proponent for Trump policy.
yes.
Let me rephrase that. So, because look, you can't deny Trump's policies are superior than what we got going on right now.
America first.
Yes.
He says that.
Energy.
I think it
Forget
says
about-
Trump, I think it means
Forget
Trump
about what
first.
Trump says.
energy
Yeah.
independence.
Forget about what Trump says, and let's just talk about
Right.
his policies. Because we all know he's a jackwagon.
Yeah.
So I mean, but we just talk about the policies and it's strictly
no-
policy driven.
And, and you know what? I know this is a boring topic, but no open borders, energy independence, less regulations on corporations so that they
and
can
small businesses.
Yep, and small businesses. What are the other generic platform? type
I
of-
do think
enforce crime.
get the troops out.
oh yeah,
Troops out of
get out
wherever.
of get out of foreign wars.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
I agree with
Okay,
that.
and start enforcing crime. I mean the laws so that clamp down on
Yeah.
crime, right? He's a
Well,
big
yeah.
proponent of that. These are all
he
are
says
these
that.
solid? Are these
Yeah.
You know, Kevin, I gotta
Yeah.
hand it to you. You listen to our podcast,
Yeah.
and
and you still came on.
you no seriously,
Yeah.
I gotta hand it to you. You came in here and threw a fucking anti-Trump bomb on us, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
See,
I'll
you
give
said
you
he's a
props for that.
jackwagon. That's all I wanted to hear.
No,
Well,
but
no,
he
we,
is
we always
So
say
you know,
that he is
he is a
jackwagon.
jackwagon.
Just
We
so
all
you know,
recognize
Sean
that.
shit his pants when you said that. Literally shit his pants. I smell it from here.
No, no.
I smell it from here.
You know what I just realized is that Vivek Ramaswamy is a Cincinnati boy.
Oh my god.
Oh
Now
wow!
you-
Now,
you
you,
love
got
it.
to vote for him.
He
Is he-
went to
is
St.
he a
Xavier
sh-
High School. I imagine that's the same Saint, unless there's multiple St. Xavier.
No.
That's in Cincinnati.
Wow.
Is he a Bengals fan?
Do you need a
think?
moment,
Yeah,
Jeff?
but
I do.
one of those private schools.
Is this
Click
a group,
on that St. Xavier High
is
School,
this
see
a
if it's
group
still
hug
on.
man.
moment?
I don't know.
Is this a group hug moment for Jeff?
No, Jeff hated those St. Xavier guys.
Cincinnati, yeah.
Those St. Xavier guys. Fuck them, right?
And it's a Christian. It's a Christian.
See? Yeah. So
You're the
those St.
anti-Christian.
Xavier
Yeah,
guys.
It's a
you're
Christian
the
high school.
anti-Christian guy.
It's a Christian high school.
It's like Jesuit over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those Jesuit
Those are the
guys.
dirtiest ones, right?
But Vivek is I don't know if he's Muslim or he's Hindu, but he went
No,
to
no.
St. Xavier.
Indian guys are not Muslim.
Vivek
Sure.
is
Oh,
not.
no. There are
They're,
some.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
okay. Just so you know,
20%.
you talk about a diverse nation. I mean, it's amazing
Oh, he's
they hold
Indian,
their shit
yeah.
together.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing they hold their shit together. They are Christian, Muslim, and Hindu, okay? And they are different shades of skin color. I mean,
I've seen them.
I have really close Indian friends, and they talk about how the North versus the South versus the East
Well,
versus
there
the
are-
West.
Jeff,
They're about
I see him.
15%
Paul, I see him all day
and they,
long.
And they
yeah, they're,
and just within their own nation, they
Yeah.
have skin
Oh, it's-
color discrimination.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're-
They
it's all
have-
over
oh,
the
the
place.
caste system
It's all-
is crazy
oh,
in
the
India.
caste
yeah,
systems?
yeah,
How do
Yeah.
they hold their shit together?
It's kind of like
amazing.
It's kind of like Mexico. We spoke of this last week or
Yeah.
a couple
Mexico?
podcasts.
Correct.
ago. I mean, Mexico has a bunch of Spanish people in here, which you don't
Right.
even realize. You're like, they
Right.
call themselves Mexicans because they live there.
Right.
But the real Mexicans that were there they're
Yep.
dark.
Yep.
Like
They're very
indigenous.
the
they're-
indigenous
yeah.
Mexican people. And my
Mestizo.
guys that work for me even said, he goes, because when the whole BLM George Floyd thing happened, there's lots of discussions.
Which is ridiculous. Did you hear
It
that
bubbled
motherfucker
up.
got
Yes,
stabbed?
it bubbled
Right.
up indigenous shit in every country in the world.
It did, and I talked to them about it, and they brought up, they're like, there's racism in Mexico, because when I go to Mexico City, I see Mexicans. I don't see black people. I don't see many white people. I mean, there's light skinned Mexicans, but not like me. I'm pale, but
Very.
yeah. But he said he
In
goes.
the,
He
in the
goes
Webster's dictionary, the
Don't
word
give- no, I'm not trying to be a
honky,
dick.
there's a picture
Yeah.
of you next to the word honky.
Yeah, I don't want to be a dick. It's obnoxious.
right. I glow.
You were about
and,
as white as it gets.
And one of the
I mean,
guys.
you've got oatmeal in your back
Oh,
pocket
right.
right
Yes.
now.
One of the
You're burning
guys
metal.
said
You're
that
burning
the real racism happens against the indigenous Mexicans.
Yeah.
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 Every
So-
single country in the
Misuse,
world
yeah.
deals with this. Deals with it. They do.
Correct.
They deal with migrants. They deal with people that are not from there. They deal with skin color differences within different areas of their country. They deal with every single country in the world deals with this.
Well, did you see what was happening in Ireland,
Yes.
in Dublin?
It's crazy.
It's almost to the point where you don't want to go to Dublin at this point.
What
Oh,
happened?
the riots because of the stabbing. The
Oh,
migrant
well,
stabbing.
it's
there
all
was
the-
a stabbing that killed like 4 people,
Well, it's
and
all
they
the-
went ballistic.
Yeah, well, there's a huge immigration problem.
They're angry about the migrant situation
Correct.
in Europe in general. They're just open borders, letting all these
Everybody,
migrants in.
correct.
And they're like, it's changing our culture.
Yes.
It's changing who we are. And they're getting government subsidies. And they're all the things that we've been talking about where they're
Yep.
like in New York
Like
City.
we discussed this in the Scandinavian area, specifically Sweden, where they had an open border policy, and they've got it's
Train wreck.
beyond a train wreck.
It's a train wreck. They have no go
they're
zones.
beyond-
they're going to have a
They
serious
have
problem.
no go zones where police
well, that's
cannot,
absurd to
cannot
have
go
a no-go zone where the police won't go.
because it's
Fuck
too
that.
dangerous.
What's that
Fuck
one
that.
country where the far right wing candidate just won?
Argentina.
Norway, Scandinavia. One of those Scandinavian countries.
Oh, I don't know, but Argentina just
Something-
had
something
a.
happened.
Okay, I'm going to go with 3 different guesses. Sweden,
Something happened.
Finland, or Norway.
Or Denmark,
It might have been
No,
Denmark.
that
It might have
doesn't
been
count.
Denmark. No, it might.
Damn it, the one I didn't guess.
or the
Copenhagen's
Netherlands.
at
The far right guy just won
in Copenhagen.
something.
That's
I
where the
just
Little
read that.
Mermaid statue is.
Well, we
I've been there.
Well,
you've been
we-
at Copenhagen Little Mermaid statue?
I have. I'm not kidding.
well, we also have
very
the new
learned.
guy who just got elected in Argentina.
Yeah,
He's
the Trump endorsed.
Yeah, he's apparently the
He's a
Argentinian
libertarian.
Trump.
He's a libertarian.
Libertarian.
Yeah, he's
A
very
hardcore.
He's much for cutting government. I saw some
Well,
video of him.
Libertarian is
His hair is
a
crazy.
broad term.
He is kind of crazy,
He's
kind
got
of like
crazy
Trump.
hair, just like Trump.
But I saw a video of him, and they had all of the divisions of the government. You know, the Department of Education, Energy.
Alberto Fernandez.
And he was like, "We're getting rid of this. We're getting rid of this. We're
Yeah.
getting rid of this. We're
Well,
getting rid of this. We're getting rid
right.
of this."
Fuck yeah.
You know.
Reduce the size of government. It's bloated
Yep.
everywhere.
And he was he
It's
was it was
bloated
all the
and
big
it's
ones.
corrupt.
It was all the big ones: education, energy, all that shit.
Well, that's what we need to do
FDA,
here.
Right.
whatever their version is down there.
I
right?
hope we get that virus.
No, that's not.
We're not going to
him.
get it,
Won't
you know.
happen. Nope,
And look,
we're not.
Kevin's not going
It's
to hear this,
Javier
but if Trump
Milei.
gets in office, Trump is going to cut. He's going to cut so many programs, and
hope
I'm
so.
I'm happy to hear that.
He's
It's
going to get rid of the CIA
What
and
drives
FBI.
me crazy, though,
He'll
is
thin
when
them.
Liz Cheney says he will not give up his office. He's going to be a dictator. We're going to. It's the fear mongering. The fear mongering.
He tried. He tried.
No, he did
He
not.
did try. He
No.
tried so hard to keep us
he
off.
didn't.
He questioned
Yes, he did.
he questioned the election
did.
just like Hillary questioned the
Yes.
election,
Question.
just like Al Gore
Oh,
questioned
yes,
the
he did.
election.
Any normal
Oh.
person would have attempted to salvage what they when they felt that they're being ripped off.
All
Oh,
right.
well, hold on. So, would you deny that Hillary Clinton said that her election was stolen?
I don't know what she did.
Yes,
I
she
don't
did.
care.
She said
I
it
don't
was
care,
stolen.
Hillary. But what happened? She didn't
all of the Hillary
Caused
supporters stormed
insurrection
the,
on
they
January
stormed
6th.
the Congress.
They
didn't
did not storm the Capitol.
The
Well,
next
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. They
the
did
following
storm.
week
don't
they had
remember
with
January
the
5th?
pussy.
January
the
5th
pussy
when
walk.
Hillary supporters
Yeah.
stormed
the pussy hats.
They had the
Pussy
pussy hat
hat.
walk.
That happened. Madonna's like, I want to blow up the White House. And she got a visit from
And
the
she
FBI.
did. It happened on January
Well,
5th.
Yes,
All right, look.
it
Let's
happens
stop.
on both sides.
Let's
Kevin.
change gears because
It's not just
But I'm
Trump.
glad. I'm glad you guys are talking about it. Very
yeah.
good.
Well,
Very good.
you know what? We all
I
recognize
love
it.
that you are talking about it. This
Yeah.
is great.
We
I'm
all
enjoying
recognize it, but at the end of the day, it's we're all about policy. We all want what's best for our families. We all
Right,
want what's
exactly.
best for the
You know
the
what?
growth of America
Yes.
and what's
I'm
going to
worried
secure
about my
our homes.
retirement.
Yes.
My retirement.
Correct.
That's it.
And you know what
Correct.
sucks? We are all being
my
screwed.
retirement account?
No, we're
Yeah.
all being screwed.
Yeah, we all are.
By the left and the right.
Yeah,
By
we're
Republicans
sending.
and Democrats.
Yeah, well, they're-
they're in it for themselves.
Right.
We're sending
100%.
money all over
That's-
the planet. We're
yeah.
sending $1 trillion everywhere else on the planet except for our own
Right.
selves. Our airports are like a third world
Yeah.
country. You know,
Man.
they've got
It's crazy.
You know what the number one priority for this country needs to be?
sex.
Me.
I like sex.
Yeah.
Sex was a really good answer.
Yep.
So, bling,
That-
one answer.
That is number one.
And what was yours?
Me.
Me. Me.
Yes, me.
Just
It should just
generally
be
me.
me. Yes.
Okay, me attitude.
That's
Term limits.
Yes.
Yes.
Changes everything.
Yep.
Think about what
Yeah.
the purpose of a politician going to Hollywood.
Right.
A politician going to Congress, what their goal is. A career.
right.
Didn't I
If
give
you-
that to
Yeah.
you in a vacuum pack
As
bag?
soon as you
No.
make term
Oh,
limits
yes, you
be
did.
the focus, it changes why they're there,
But what you cut
and they
open.
do things for the. What are you?
What's going on,
Are
Paul?
you guys? Are you guys cutting some hash?
hey.
You're throwing around a bag of cocaine here, and you're asking how to cut
It's
it.
Celtic
Celtic
salt.
What the fuck?
You ever snorted that stuff?
I just made
Man.
Time
That's
out.
good.
I just made the most profound statement of the podcast. Probably the last 10 podcasts.
Term limits.
Term limits.
And you missed it because you were snorting
And
salt.
you were
I heard it.
snorting
I heard
Celtic
it.
salt.
No, agree 100%.
No, we
term
all
limits.
agree on term
Whatever.
limits for
Right.
sure,
You
but
got
they're
it.
never gonna do it. It's never
Right.
gonna make it.
Because they have to
Wow.
vote on it
Because
themselves.
they- Exactly, right,
So,
right,
so
right.
how does it happen?
Well,
Go.
you got to hold the
Continental
people.
Congress.
Bingo.
Okay, what's that?
Continental Congress.
Continental Congress.
Absolutely.
What does that mean?
A convention of states.
Correct.
That's the other way to implement constitutional amendments that they wrote into the Constitution because they knew that Congress would get so fucked up and so self-centered and
they
so
knew, yeah.
they knew that they said, okay, we're going to put in a safety valve in the Constitution for the Convention of States outside of Congress. The 50 states can get together and have a convention, and they can pass amendments. And one of them, the only one, seriously, if they don't do anything else, term limits.
And there's nothing wrong with term limits. I mean, really,
Brilliant.
it'll solve all those problems.
It
we
will.
would not have Joe Biden in office right now if we had term limits.
We were
Does it take all 50, or is it a percentage of the states?
Hold on. And on top of that, Kevin, guess
question.
what? We wouldn't have Trump in office the last time had there been term limits. The reason why Trump went into office was because he wanted to help the United States. For say. So I'm just saying, if we had term limits, he wouldn't even be running.
Well, there are term limits. Hold on. There are term limits on the president.
That's
Well,
it.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's because FDR won like 4 times.
And
in
I
a row.
think,
Yes.
and I think at local
One.
in local elections, you also have like our mayor will I think 4 times is it,
Right.
right?
Term
So-
limits is critical.
But at
now,
the federal
Senate,
level, there are none.
Senate, you can run forever.
Congress, you can as well.
No, yes.
forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Congressmen and senators.
Look at Nancy Pelosi.
Now,
Yeah, Nancy
granted,
Pelosi,
there's a 6-year
Chuck
term for the
Schumer.
senator and a 2-year term for the congressman.
Correct.
Oh my God! I saw
But-
AOC today on that Title IX thing, and she only reinforced the fact that she's a dingbat. Every time I give her the benefit of the doubt every time. I really want to listen to her, and you know what? It's not just her on the left; it's some of these guys on the right too. Some of the shit they say,
It's stupid.
it is in a whirlwind of nothingness.
I know.
They just talk in circles, and
I
I'm
hate
just
it.
like, dude, say what you're gonna say. And
Nobody's-
shut the fuck up.
Here's the thing. Nobody's serious. They're not serious.
Because it doesn't change anything.
It doesn't because
Right,
they are
right.
career politicians saying whatever it takes to get the next election
sound
vote.
bite. They get a sound bite.
Sound bite. I mean, but if you're there for only 2 terms, and that's it, and
AOC's
you know,
hair was really pretty,
and
though.
you know, listen,
I love the way it laid on her
I know.
shirt. It followed the contour of her breast.
think about
She's
it.
well breasted, by the way.
Yes. And when you know
Jeez.
it doesn't matter what you do, you're not coming back next year,
Right.
you're going to be there to do what matters for your constituents.
Well, you would hope instead of I got a year left to make $1 billion.
Well, that too. That too. It's probably, you know what? It's probably going to start out being that way.
What deal's gonna
It's
make?
probably going to start out. Yeah.
What can we drum up now?
Yeah, how
Let's
can
check it out.
how can I
Let's
make
see.
as much money in 4 years instead of 2 years?
I hate that. You're right. I hate it. All right, let's move on to something happy. Let's talk about movies or music or things we listened to when you were a kid.
How about-
All right,
how about,
let's open it up to Kevin.
How? All right. Well, how about we talk about our bourbon?
Ooh.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Little book.
Yes. This is one that Kevin introduced us to. It's a Jim Beam product, I believe, isn't it?
It's a Beam product.
This is Jim Beam. Little book, and I cannot read that because my eyeballs.
I can.
And the font and
It's
the color.
basically an infinity bottle.
Okay, that's too big.
Oh, that's
All
right.
So
the
this
chapter
right?
little
7.
book, chapter
Right.
7, in
Look at that.
retrospect,
Look at
the
all
blend
these-
is made from.
That's like your infinity bottle.
So it's a blend of 2, 4, 6, 8.
3, 4, 5. Ooh,
I can't
1,
tell.
2, 3, 4, 8.
It's the 8 previous years.
So we got
Ooh,
eight.
and let me run down
Man.
the years. We have an
Go ahead.
18-year, a 17-year, a 10-year, a 9-year, a 5-year, and then it goes to finished. Oh no, it goes to a 4-year and a 4-year.
So it's 7
7.
because this is
It's got
chapter 7.
Malt whiskey and rye whiskey in there too.
Yeah, there's a rye.
So I'm guessing
5
that
years straight.
there's
Yeah.
probably like a thimble worth of 18-year and a thimble and a half of 17-year.
Probably
Well, who knows?
Just-
Put the
just
ratios.
good.
They have
just
put
to
the
make it.
percentages
Just to
in
make.
there.
Hey,
Yeah,
I would
Yeah.
suspect there's more than that. Kevin, you
I
want
thought
to
it was
refill
great.
anything?
I thought it was great.
You want to refill something?
No, I mean yes, but
I'll go get you. I'll go get you something.
So hold on. What are we drinking
Dealer's
again?
choice.
We're drinking Little
Book.
And that was-
Little Book by
Okay, and Jeff, talk about the presentation of it. It came in a what?
Came in a nice wood box with a nice little plexiglass cover.
Yeah.
And
How much was this?
Ooh.
Was it expensive? It had to be $100 maybe.
One low ones.
yeah, $120 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be. Ooh,
Um,
I haven't had that. Yeah, thank you.
About $120, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
it
around
came
there.
with a nice little hang tag with all the breakdown.
Yep.
And what's cool about this is it's a blend of all the previous little books, is what I believe it is. Is that what that is? Or is the little book always a blend?
It's always a blend. Always a blend.
It's
All right,
always a
so
blend.
can we
Yeah.
go to the nose? Can you pivot on the website, Mr. Producer?
And I want to say they don't
Shoot, what
call
the
it. They don't call it
nose
a
is.
blend. What do they call it?
They call it whiskey. They
No.
call it whiskey, but yeah.
They call it a commingle.
Really?
Co-mingle. Well,
Yes.
that's a good way to get around it.
Fred No. So it says down at the bottom on the blue thing. It says commingled by Freddie No.
Co-mingled.
And Freddie knows, or legendary, right?
All right, so the color is a deep russet
he's a
with
Jim
golden
Beam
hues.
guy.
Like a potato.
The just like the russet potato. Aroma is a subtle sweetness with notes of clove spice. And the taste is slightly floral, which is kind of gay sounding, but slightly floral with light smoke and sweet
Gay
vanilla,
sounding.
followed by caramel.
You mean like happy?
Yeah. Happy.
Right, because
If you're gonna say you go slightly floral with light smoke and sweet vanilla,
What is the proof on this again?
It's pretty
Mr.
stout.
Producer,
it's not
If
low proof.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
If
I
it's
thought it was like 100.
No.
if it's stout, then
Producer,
this is super impressive.
Right?
actually, I
How
enjoy
good
it.
is
It's
this?
good.
How good is this?
It is 188.
Wow.
It's
Oh, hold
188
on.
proof.
I'm sorry. No, that was a typo.
118
118 proof, 0.1.
Right? But it's
Gentlemen,
drinks pretty smooth.
this is very rare. I'm going with an 8.1. This is outstanding
Right.
for this proof.
right?
I'm going 8.1. Go.
Yeah, 8.5. At least. 8.5.
Yeah, I'm thinking 8.1 to 8.2.
Damn. This is good.
It's good. Again, I always gauge it against the Elijah Craig barrel proofs.
Yep.
Because those are some of our favorites.
They're outstanding.
That's your top.
Well, some of them, right? And this is going to be
8.4.
right up there with them, right? Because some
An
of those,
8.4.
I'll give it an 8.4.
Did you
Just
see
under
this?
the.
This is more like your guys'
pinwheel.
Infinity barrel, right?
yeah,
There's
those are
like
like
8 different whiskeys in there.
those Elijah Craigs are
Crazy.
usually in the 8.5
Yeah.
points, and this is right up there with it.
All right, so let's make sure we label it again. It's Little Book. Little Book, not single barrel. It's not single barrel
one is
because
it?
it's
No,
Which one
it's
is
a
it?
blend.
So Little Book comes out like maybe 3 times a year, maybe.
Yeah, so it's
4 times a year.
And they're all different releases, right?
Chapter 7. Chapter 7.
so
Yeah.
it's Little Book, a commingle. Nice. All right, this is excellent. Excellent. Wow.
Hard to find.
Now,
I don't know how you guys found this
now
bottle.
sometimes
I don't know.
we-
What's that? A hookup
crazy.
What's the
somewhere?
Luca one?
sometimes you know
Oh, you're. Yeah, I don't know, Kevin. We showed up and you were
Crazy.
like,
How did we
"Hey
get that?
guys,
I don't know.
so
Maybe
I'm
you want a
sure,
little
I'm
book?
sure no one texted you and told you it was here. But, yeah.
So let me ask
It
a
came
question.
out in an odd box.
Let me ask a question to see if we can be honest about this. Now, if we had Little Book in the first half of the podcast versus the second half of the podcast, is there an influence there? Because we're a little,
No,
we're loose.
I don't think so.
we're
I think
loose, right?
I think good bourbon stands on its own. I think
I'm going to agree
I
with
think you
that.
just know good bourbon, right?
Yeah, we could pull some bad stuff out and see if it.
That
good.
is what you guys should be doing. Where's that old Williamsburg? Pull that out. Let's, see how that, let's see how that is.
And
how
I'm
that
like,
goes.
oh my God, this reeks of coconut.
We've got some bad ones out there we could try.
Yeah.
so.
Well, I mean, come on.
No, that's a good point, though. I think the more you've had,
the better it tastes.
well, you
I'm
know,
just saying.
you feel better. Your taste buds have been kind of deadened, but
Yeah,
I mean,
a little bit.
good bourbon's
are,
good bourbon.
your taste buds deadened tonight?
No,
Have they
I
been
don't think so.
exercised?
All right, so I'm going to go with
It's
a 3 point,
exercise,
a 3.1, considering how slosh we are.
3.1.
3.1 out of 10.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Is that a
I'm
difficulty
sticking
on
with
there?
the 8.1.
Even Jeff was like, no.
Yeah,
He's just joking, folks.
This is really, really good.
Yeah, that's a good drink.
Yeah, this is one of our top ones. It's extremely good.
All right.
It was a good lead. Thank you for those people that did the deed for us. So it was good stuff. I think we got a text, and I think someone was there in a matter of minutes. Yeah.
Oh, I think
'Cause we
someone
know-
was,
well-
someone was circling.
Well, first off, Jeff Circles. He's the kind of job. He's got the kind of job where he can just gonna go wherever.
Yeah, he's got a
he wants.
headset on. He just
Do
sits out in the
whatever
parking lot, just waiting
Yeah.
for the text.
And he's got the 20 mile. He's got the 20-mile headset radius.
Right.
20 miles?
20 miles. Very impressive.
So I'm hooked up to my computer at home.
Well, first off, he deals with computer equipment.
Oh, he's
so
gonna
he gets
have-
top
He's
notch,
gonna have ear cancer. Like
top of the
no
line,
kidding.
everything. So he circles Total Wine and now Specs, and waits for the unicorns to arrive.
How long does it take you from here to Total Wine? How long is that drive?
in the middle of the day, maybe
minutes.
10 minutes, 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
You can make it in 7.
And my best time is 6.5 minutes.
Have you been watching Formula One?
It's in my wife's car, 5.
By the way, not to make another subject change, but we've been watching Formula One based
good
on
shit.
your recommendation on
good.
Netflix. Out fucking standing show. It is
I heard
riveting.
it's a good show. I heard it's a
We
good-
are
I heard
so
it's a good show.
sucked in.
Yeah, it's good.
Every single night. It's like I'm working late or something. She's like, "Are we gonna have time to watch Formula One?" This is my wife.
Wow.
My wife is like,
Right.
"Oh, it's time for Formula One."
You know, Jack Daniels had that special edition for Formula One.
Yeah.
It's just a
You saw
box,
that?
isn't it?
Yeah, but still,
A pass. Not for the price they want for
I
it.
think it was still just the box and labeling, but
It was McLaren, wasn't it?
right,
McLaren F1.
McLaren F1.
It's so
Yes.
interesting how I knew nothing about Formula One racing. Like
I still don't.
nothing. and
I didn't either, and I
You
watched
gotta
that. I
watch
was
it.
like, I'm a fan. I want to go watch one of these races.
That's what I told
now.
Shelly. I said, bucket list item. It just dropped in.
They have in
need
Austin,
to. We
Texas.
need to in
Yeah,
person
Austin.
watch a Formula One race. We're gonna know the drivers.
Let's get a Dudes Like Us event going, and we'll rally the troops and find out who are.
It's
real,
not a cheap adventure.
It's not.
Well, go on.
It's
We
$45,000.
Yes, it's
Oh well, that is.
To do what? to watch Formula One?
Kevin's
the
like,
suite.
Tell you what.
What,
Kevin-
45,000?
Yeah, Kevin's like,
we'll hold
"Fuck
Kevin
that."
down. We'll donate one of his Kevin's
No,
kidneys.
No, it's not that much, but it'll be several $100.
I watched NASCAR at Fort Worth for nothing, but
But hold on.
Well, how does it cost to watch Formula One? It costs $45.
No. I was kidding. But how much can you get for a kidney?
It's
What?
He said he's going to do. You have to give one of your kidneys.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna hold it.
How much can you get for a kidney nowadays?
1,800, I think.
Are you serious?
that's pretty low.
No,
I would think that's pretty low,
kidney
too.
prices are skyrocketing.
It depends. If
Look,
you're,
What about half
there
of
you
your?
go.
What about half of your liver?
I mean, if you're one of those, what do they call those, Nick? Those Chinese
look at that!
prisoners?
Wow.
What?
$250,000.
$250,000. 200. Wow.
A heart,
For a liver.
a heart is worth $1 million. Well, that's a one and done type of a situation.
Well, hold on. I'll give.
262.
I would give like 50% of my heart to somebody.
How many kidneys? Do we have 2 kidneys?
Can I do that?
2 kidneys. Yes.
We have 2.
Yeah, you can live
I'd
with
sell
one
one for $250.
I actually have
right now.
I have 3. What a blessing! Huh?
Wow.
Yeah, see, the problem is that you
Really?
donate
You talking
one,
about inches?
and if
No,
that one
kidneys.
goes
Oh.
bad, you're out of luck.
Right, that's true.
You
true.
fucker.
We
Really?
have 2 kidneys.
I got 3.5, bitch.
What, inches?
I got a kidney.
Yes.
He did the same thing.
He said 3.
All right. So, anyways, the how much are for the tickets for the F1 thing?
Can't be.
That-
I mean, $200 probably.
There's several. No, it's more than
In
that, 'cause-
Austin, right?
Yeah, there's several $100. I mean, look, Mr. Producer, how much a F1 general admission
How fun would that be for a one and done?
cost?
Just a one and done.
Well, I mean, it'd
It's
be
not
good.
that exciting, though.
It is though when you know
Because-
who they are.
You see
That's
them
the
for like
thing. You
3
have to
seconds.
know,
Well,
Kevin. If you know the cars
I
and you
know-
know the drivers
I
and
used
you
to be
know
in
the
NASCAR.
teams.
I used to be in NASCAR. I went to NASCAR at Fort Worth. It wasn't that exciting.
I used to play video
Oh,
games.
hold on. Okay, but did you know the drivers and the teams?
Yeah.
And the
I was-
owners
I was in NASCAR
and everything.
for
You
a
knew-
while. I was.
You knew everything.
I was in the NASCAR.
and it was still boring.
Do you
Well,
collect NASCAR memorabilia?
No, but the cool thing, you could bring in as much as you want to drink.
Oh yeah, you can bring your own cooler.
Yeah,
You
that-
talking about
that
Texas-
was-
You
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
Texas World Speedway?
Yeah. That was the cool thing.
so
that
did you bring,
was so
did you bring
awesome.
like a 12-pack of
No,
like bourbons?
Anything
we
you
brought
want. Anything you
So
want.
my friend brought Weller 107.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
nice.
No.
And
You
my
can
other
bring
friend was
whatever
shooting
you
it.
want.
You don't shoot 107,
No,
right?
bad
Well,
idea.
unless you
And then
have
he-
lots
and-
of it.
He ended up puking, and we had to leave. So it was,
What a
it was a great story. He just puked on my other friend, and all
He
the
puked on
rednecks,
your other friend.
laughed at us, and we took off. And it was great. But I said 107, you don't shoot it,
No,
you
you
just
don't
sip on
shoot
it.
Yeah, you
But he
can't
was-
shoot that
he
shit.
was shooting it.
Rebel 100.
I'm thinking he would have
Rebel
puked no matter
100.
what he
You don't
drank.
shoot
Yeah,
either.
yeah, well, but they had like free chewing tobacco booths. It was so awesome.
Hold
Cigars.
on. They had
and-
free chewing tobacco? That
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
yeah,
most
yeah.
redneck thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
Why?
Like the big leaf stuff where you just like,
No, like
Stick
Copenhagen.
Was that right next to the free pumpkin seeds?
What? Time out. So Kevin, you had
What?
chaw in your mouth and you were spitting during the race.
No wonder he fucking
I chew.
puked.
I
Do you
chew.
really?
Yeah. I'm snussing right now.
Look, here.
Ready? Snuss.
What do you have
Tobacco.
in your mouth? You have
Tobacco.
Celtic salt?
It's a Celtic salt pouch. Yeah.
All right, look,
Wow.
I'm going to share a quick story with you, Kevin, and I'm sure you've heard it on the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
All right, I'm
What?
just going to get it done
No,
quick.
you
all
should.
right?
You should.
Somebody died that we know of dipping. And
Really?
He got cancer and died just
Oh,
recently.
I believe it. I only chew when I golf, so that's
well, you're chewing now.
or you're on a podcast.
no. This is just
Do you
This
golf
is
6
different.
times a week?
Twice a week, but
So what are you saying? You got it now? What is
it's
it?
not
like
chew.
like
This is not straight tobacco. This is like a
like a
tobacco.
Skull Bandit.
No, this is called the new thing. There's a new thing out there.
Is
It's
it
just straight
Zyn,
tobacco.
that
It's
stuff?
a little pouch. Zyn or I don't
So
know. I don't know what
So
I
it's
buy.
still
I just buy
bad.
it.
It's still bad.
No, it's fine.
It's not as bad. Is that what you're
Right,
saying?
right.
You still get cancer and die, but just not
yeah,
as
yeah,
fast.
yeah. But it's
They're nicotine pouches.
But
is what
nicotine
they are.
is so good. It's the best.
Kevin.
All right. So we don't want to attack
You guys, because you guys
So here's
gotta
the
do
thing.
nicotine. I never heard talk about nicotine in your show.
We don't do it. I don't do it.
I
don't
smoke
subscribe to
cigars. I smoke
Actually,
a lot of cigars.
it. That's not true.
You smoke cigars? You guys
I
don't
will smoke
cigars.
an occasional cigar.
I'm not a fan.
I
I've
smoke-
tried. I've smoked a
I
few
smoke
cigars. I'm not. A
cigars.
fan.
I one and
Often,
done it. I one and
often.
done it in college. It was horrible.
No, cigars and a whiskey is
No, I've never had
nothing
a
better. Nothing
good
better.
cigar. Maybe that's the part, right?
Maybe
See?
that's why.
I've always had the $2 or $3
Jeff, I'll
cigar.
I'll get you a good cigar. Good cigar and whiskey is nothing better.
right.
I'm willing
You know,
to try it.
I'll take you up on that.
Yeah,
We got to figure out what that is,
yeah.
and as far as what the good cigar is, because there are groups of people that I'm close to
Yeah.
that that swear on the same
Right.
thing you said.
Right.
I don't subscribe to that. I like everybody else. I have smoked it, and I will smoke. I'll smoke another cigar. It's just I have such a difficult time the next day.
I know.
With
No.
the rot mouth.
No. It
and
tastes horrible the next day. But yeah.
Oh, even the
I
good
agree.
cigar has ass mouth.
So what
No,
about
it's horrible.
what about
It's
what
bad.
I'd be
It's
interested
bad.
in trying is a pipe.
Pipes are cool. I tried
My
that.
grandfather
It's a
smoked
lot
a
of
pipe,
work.
and I
It's
loved it.
so
I
much
loved
Was it
the
like a
smell
bong?
of it.
It's so much
No.
work.
like a water bong,
No, like a true, like a
right pipe. I have pipes.
like a
marijuana.
like
but-
a pipe,
Oh, the
yeah,
like the
just a pipe. Just like a
like Sherlock Holmes.
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, like that.
But it's a lot of work.
My dad had
It's a
one
lot
of
of
those.
work.
A
Yeah.
captain.
Yeah, but how?
A lot of work.
So when you're talking about nicotine and you're talking about the next day and you're talking about
No,
flavor,
you're talking about that.
is that better?
Yeah,
than a cigar.
Yeah, because they're sweeter.
I think so too.
They're
I
sweeter.
loved
Yeah,
when
yeah,
my
yeah.
grandfather
Yeah,
smoked. I loved the
Right.
smell of it.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Loved it.
I want to hit pause
Yeah.
right now. On a scale of Kevin, no, not on the podcast, on you.
Pause. Oh, pause.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun are you having right now?
I'm having a great time.
Yeah?
This is awesome.
Maybe a 2.1.
No, this is great.
Like a 4.2.
I'm like in a podcast that I listen to. It's the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really happy to hear that because
Yeah.
there are some folks I've talked to out there. They inquire about, well, what would it be like to be on the,
Right,
on
right,
the
right.
podcast? And I don't know. I'm here every time, and we have a blast every
No,
single
no.
time.
Right.
We enjoy the
I
shit out
know
of it.
exactly what you're talking about, right?
It's
Because
so
you just every day.
it's
Or
so-
not every week.
Well, everywhere.
I listen to it every week. It's like, what if I was on that show?
There you
Right?
go.
Oh man,
but it's so-
awesome.
But guys, it's so
It's
simple.
awesome. It's
All we're-
awesome.
All we're doing is just shooting.
I know.
We're guys
exactly.
shooting shit.
Right.
We're sitting around a campfire.
Well,
with
that's
our
what.
drinks.
That's.
We want
That
to
type of
encourage
thing.
you
That's why I like to
to,
listen
to
to
come
it.
back, and I'm
Yeah.
glad we've cracked
Yeah.
the hymen on this for you.
Crack
so to
the
speak.
hymen.
You know why I'm here? You know why I'm here? Because my
Crack
wife's in
Burst
Disney.
it,
My
sliced
wife
it,
is
cut it,
gone. My
whacked
wife's
it.
out of town right now, so I can come here. So
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
she's at Disney World. So.
But don't come here.
Ooh,
yeah, just arrive.
Sean will clean it up.
Just arrive.
Yeah.
That's why I like the show. Don't come here.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't-
let's,
I mean,
let's
just-
take
just-
this. Let's take this over there.
Say be here. Just be here.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking
yeah.
of come,
No, but this,
Cleveland-
this is awesome. This is
Uh,
awesome.
Shouldn't have said
we
that.
have like some
Yeah.
dude that got like cum face. The Cleveland Browns,
Oh,
David
that's
Nyoka
not
details.
Are we
Come
talking about
on.
that?
Move
I
on.
think
So
that's
I'm
on
just
the
saying.
list.
So we got this
No.
this NFL guy that was like from. I didn't know about this story. You guys gonna
Yeah.
fill me in on this,
It
but
is an amazing story, actually.
Well, he's kind of an idiot for what he
A
did.
very well, you know.
Obviously.
Okay,
That's
I get
crazy.
it, but okay. So it's David
Njoku.
Njoku. He is a tight end for the Cleveland Browns.
Correct. I
He
had him as a
was
fantasy tight
doing
end.
the dudes like us moment
Yeah.
where he was an idiot.
No, you
I've
guys,
done
you
it
guys
before.
don't squirt flammables on
Yep,
bonfires.
He was
Wow.
squirting.
Well,
my sperm is
Not
pretty
yet.
explosive. So.
Yeah. Wow. Squirting starter lighter fluid, and it blew. It traveled up the stream and blew up in his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
And he got second-degree burns all over his face, probably his arms
20
and shoulders.
27-year-old.
Yes, and this
Why you
happened.
do it?
I
He's
think this,
making millions. Why are you doing that?
I think this happened.
making
during
millions
the,
of
yes,
dollars.
it happened during the
Well,
week,
it's
and then he
insane.
had a game
Yeah.
on Sunday,
And he
and
played.
the doctors told him, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not playing," and he was like,
No, I give
Yeah.
credit for
well,
The
that.
hell I'm not.
He wore like a whole head mask. I don't know if it was a whole head, but he wore a mask
It-
as he walked
Right.
into
he-
the stadium.
and the doctors were just trying to imagine the pain that he went through, just running his route.
Right.
The helmet was hitting his face, and he showed a picture of his peeling face.
Yeah.
And when I talk about peeling, it's
Yeah.
you know
it's like sloughing off.
yeah we talk about like a
No,
bad
second
sunburn.
degree is bad.
His skin was
bad news.
falling off.
Yeah.
Look up David Njoku.
Remember the guy in the New York
N-
Giants?
J-O-K-U.
New York Giants lineman. He blew up
N-
part of his
J-
hand in the
Oh,
firecracker.
firecracker.
You remember that?
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same
J-
thing. Stupid. It's like, why are you doing that?
Look at his face. He sent a
Pay
picture
someone
of-
to do that. Pay someone to do that.
But I gotta
So-
give him. I gotta give him credit. He
Well, he
made
says-
a huge
Look at that guy.
mistake.
So he said when
Right
so
there.
he
No,
ran out of.
no. Upper
so
upper
what
left
he-
hand corner.
Crazy.
Let me give you some
Crazy.
There.
quotes from
Look at
him.
his face.
Yeah.
So he quoted, I ran out of normal lighter fluid that I used
So
to
did-
soak the wood. So
That's
Did
me.
you use gasoline.
I'm an idiot.
so I
did
used,
that.
I
did
used
that.
the other
personally.
one.
Yeah.
You did the same thing.
It was
I
a
didn't burn myself.
spray
Jesus
instead
Christ.
of one that was a pour. And
Jeez.
he said, explaining what that the lighter fluid
Oh.
was still in
Droplets.
the air. and he
Droplets
sprayed
in
wood.
the air.
So when I
know
lit
what?
it up, it just exploded. I saw the fire come from my wrist and just went up right into my face.
You know what?
I didn't really feel the pain because it
Nature-
was just happened so fast.
Nature always wins.
Yeah. So the
Look at that burn,
17
though.
to 18% total body surface.
Jesus.
That's significant, man.
Yeah.
He's a stud.
But he's still playing.
He's a stud to handle that pain. I can only imagine how painful that is. His arms, look at his forearms. His forearms and his
He's a
bicep,
moron.
his chest,
Yeah,
and his
he's an
face.
idiot for what he
I'm not
did.
saying he didn't make a huge mistake. I'm giving him credit
Jesus.
for saying, fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
playing anyway.
Let me tell you. I mean, look,
I've made some dumb mistakes.
Paul's not gonna like what I'm about to say, but
Well,
I'm
then
gonna
don't say it.
I'm gonna say it because look,
Say it.
this is the dudes like us moment.
You got to be smart.
But look, shit happens when you are in the spirit of the night and you're doing things. You know, I mean, sometimes you're just thinking you
do something really
your
quick.
thinking process is a little jaded.
Yep, and you do something
Oh,
quick.
yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
talk-
absolutely.
Do you remember what you did?
I did.
So we got
There's a video of it.
I have 100%.
What did Paul do?
And it
Do
was
you want-
really stupid.
What did Paul do?
Well, so
I
Paul
poured a
Paul
very
has
flammable liquid on
Paul has
an
a
open flame.
container of gasoline, and he is pouring it on a fire.
That's the worst.
All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the
really
fire,
dumb. I'm very lucky.
the fire comes out. It comes up catches the canteen on fire.
Just the
Were you guys
The
at a
nozzle.
bonfire?
The nice
No,
His
no, no.
backyard.
It was like a backyard little
backyard
thing.
flame.
And
yeah.
Paul's kind of like, oh fuck, and he starts shaking the can, and he's like spraying fire everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, it was really a dumb moment.
It was.
Well, yeah.
He ultimately got it under control pretty quick, but I mean,
It could have
could've
gone
got-
It
sideways.
could have been very,
It-
very bad.
Yeah.
the potential was high. And
I
when
don't
I
think-
saw the video, I was
Yeah.
like, dude, not
Yeah.
only did you do this to yourself, but you have.
You had a video?
No one was around me.
oh,
It
I've
was
got.
just
I'll
me.
send it to you.
No, it's,
No, you won't.
Who was your video? You had it. You were recording it.
It's going to be on Instagram.
No, they were, because that's what friends do. When you're drinking, they record you.
I would
I
love,
didn't
I would
do
love
that.
to see
One of
that.
your sons
I would
did
love
that.
to see that. No,
I'll
I don't think.
send
I
it
don't
to
think
you.
we realize. Yeah. What?
But shit happens. My
You're
point is
right.
that
That's a good
Right.
point. We don't realize
yeah.
in the moment when we're drinking, having a good time, listening to
But-
music, and the fire's not burning,
Right.
and
It's just
everybody's
gas-
complaining.
Pour some
Yeah.
gasoline
Oh,
on it.
everybody's
Was
complaining.
it gasoline?
The fire's
It
not
was
going.
pure gasoline.
Well,
Gasoline,
because I
yeah.
did. Yeah, because I didn't have any lighter fluid.
Right.
And
Oh,
guess.
here's a thing of gasoline.
Oh,
Well, but
the
here's the thing.
rails.
And the fire
Right.
wasn't really burning
Right.
hardly at all.
Right.
Like it was just
Yeah.
like it was like embers.
It was smoldering.
It was smoldering.
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay, I'll just pour some gasoline on it because that would get it going.
There always has to be a
So
level head somewhere
Stupid.
that
yeah.
says, "Hey, Paul, not
Right.
a good
That
idea."
was
Not a good idea.
But you have to be willing to hear it.
That's exactly right. And I probably
Right.
wouldn't have been able
Right.
to because I'm hearing impaired.
Well, not just that, but when you get to that moment,
Someone
you're like,
probably
it'll be
said that.
fine.
You say,
Someone
Paul, don't
probably
do
said
that.
that.
What?
Many
What?
people said that, and Paul just did it.
Yep.
Being dead honest, I mean, I'll own up to it. It was really
No.
stupid.
Gasoline is
It's no bueno, man.
It's crazy.
It's not good.
Yeah.
So, did you see what the Cincinnati Bengals did last night?
They
Did they win? No,
They
they
won.
lost.
No, they won.
They won.
They beat the Jaguars.
They beat the Jaguars.
They did overtime.
They lost the
And
Jaguars.
didn't the quarterback get hurt?
Trevor
the
Lawrence.
Jags?
Trevor Lawrence sprained his ankle. One of his linemen stepped on his
Oh,
ankle.
boy.
And the fans were freaking out because he limped to the locker room instead of a cart taking
Correct.
him there.
Yes.
What's the story behind that?
Well, they
Did
thought
he choose to do that? Did he
that.
choose to do that?
He decided to walk. So
Well, then fuck the fans. Sorry,
pretty much.
sorry. That was
Pretty much. But the backup quarterback for the Bengals, Jake Browning, had an exceptional
he
night.
killed it.
Exceptional night.
Yes, he had 355 yards or
He was
something.
like
Who's
30
their backup quarterback? What happened?
Joe Burrow's out for the year. He
When
tore
did that
it-
happen?
this is the third game he's missed.
Jesus.
Third or second full game.
He
going on?
bent his penis.
Yeah, he bent the penis. He
Jeez.
broke it.
Yeah.
No, he ripped a
All
tendon
right.
in his
Yeah.
wrist, and he had to have surgery on it. So
Is he out for the season?
yes, he's out. He's done.
Yeah.
Like no playoffs.
Nope,
like
nothing.
done.
He's done.
How did I miss that?
That's so frustrating. It's just like, so frustrating.
Well, that's-
Yeah. A lot of quarterbacks out this season. You got Aaron
Yes.
Rodgers, Kirk Cousins,
Burrow.
Burrow.
is the
And no,
thing
that's
to
not a
say
quarterback.
On a bright white Christmas day.
And then,
That's the
do we want to talk about
ingredient that we
fantasy?
send to
How did
you
fantasy football go
from the
this?
land where the
I
palm
won
trees sway.
again.
Did you win?
I am
Sean?
in
Wow,
second
that's
place.
fuck off.
I'm in second place.
Are you really?
I am. And I'm on a roll. So I have a shot at coming from all the way from the 11th
That's
place
disgusting.
to possibly getting points in third place. Points. But I'm going to definitely make the playoffs because I'm that good.
No. It's because I
You're that
recommended that player for you. That's
I only
why.
I played him for 2 games.
No,
by the way.
I don't care. Those 2 wins.
But
It's just
it
a
was.
crapshoot.
It was.
2 wins. You're out because of me
Kevin,
I'm in third place.
for now.
Crapshoot.
Kevin, this has
What?
been
Yeah.
a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Very
I
glad to
enjoyed
have
it.
you
I
here.
enjoyed it.
Good. Any profound?
It's like
Any profound
it's like
final
listen to
words?
the show, but I could contribute. It's awesome.
You got to talk into the
Yeah,
mic.
give us-
Are we still on? I'm sorry.
Give
Oh
us
my
give us
God.
some
Sorry about that.
profound
I know we're still on.
profound final words from you. Wisdom for our listeners.
Can you do it in an Asian voice?
Really?
Me, thank you very much.
Okay, and that will do it. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you get on Dudes Like Us podcast.
All right, so we got a couple shout outs here. So we shout out to Lowry Crossing, 1845 Distillery.
Yep.
We got a shout out
Are you
to
getting paid for that?
what is the
No, but we love them.
we got
Yeah.
the Bookers, right? We got the
Bookers.
Bookers
Little,
bourbon,
no,
Book.
little
Little
book.
Book. Little Book.
Little Bookers, and then we got Luca
Well,
Mariano, which we tried for.
I only
the,
drank that.
the Midway.
I'm the only one who drank that.
I didn't have any of that.
We didn't talk about the
Poor man's pappy.
poor man's pappy.
Oh, and we didn't talk about the performance.
That was outstanding.
Okay, well then you're going to have to come back.
It was outstanding.
All right,
that was pretty
well,
good.
shout out to the Total Wine folks. Stan, sorry you couldn't make it. So for Jody and Amanda, of
Jody.
course.
You gotta
Amanda.
get Jody and Amanda here. That'd be awesome.
Amanda, of
Get
course.
Amanda here. She'll blow it
Check
up.
us out
That'd be
on
wheels
Blow it
off.
up.
Dudes Like Us Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Thank you, Kevin, our guest.
Yes.
Dudes Like Us, I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
I am Jeff.
I'm Kevin.
There you go.
Good night, bitches.